Okay, Dave, here we go. So we're focusing here a lot on, back leg initiating power from the back ankle, the foot. When we do these kind of flat ground throws, he really should be off against uh, some kind of. He probably should be off against the mound so that his foot is straight and flushed against the rubber. See how his heel is inside that line? His heel should be on that line. That'll help him, get the weight forward and get this foot straightened out more because he's kind of angled and he's trying to throw this way. So anyway, we'll fix that next week. But we're working here on getting the back foot, getting the back leg to flex, getting the leg to, you know, the foot to initiate power so that he can activate his legs sooner. So that when he gets into landing, he's off the ground. And in this video, he does a good job. We still need to work on, opening up this foot so that it's facing the target so that we can open up, the front hips more with that. But, that's going to come. For now, it's good that he's now activating. You see that activation right there, which is good. Boom. There's an explosiveness there, which is going to get the stride out longer and get his lower body to be more explosive and more dynamic. That's kind of what we need. But if we take him back here to the beginning, he has to remember to stay flexed on this knee as he's starting. So when he brings the leg up, he doesn't lift his back leg back to a straighter position, but he stays flexed so that he can start now generating forward momentum. So see how he crouches down and he starts to dip first? So he's not, kicking the leg up and then moving out, getting early activation here from the back foot and ankle and the hips. So he's lifting up and then he's drifting, he's kind of, sinking down and then going out. That's just going to create a slowing action here. And it's also going to create the arm up early. See how early his arm is up? Boom. He was already up and he hasn't even, come close to getting into leg drive yet. His leg drive starts right there. Boom, as that heel starts to come up. It comes, so look at the difference. It's not just popping up. Well, it's still popping up, but that's only because he's starting it late. I mean, look at the angle of his leg is too high. That will get fixed when he fixes his first movement. He's got to start with the knee bent, not come up with the leg and then straighten out the back leg, and then he's got to sink the back leg down again. So he's got too much movement going on here. Bend the back knee, keep it in that position, get all the weight down on the foot. As he lifts the front leg up, he doesn't have to shift any weight back because it's already there. See how he's shifting still? He's shifting, but there's no need to do that when the weight's already there. So he's got to have the weight on the inside of the foot, the knee flexed, and then all he's got to do from here, this movement right here is unnecessary. He's already shifting as he's lifting up, so he's got to be shifted already. So he kicks the leg up, and none of this nonsense here where he's got to dip down first to drive. He's just already dipped, so he just has to kick up and start moving. Now he's got to start moving. He moves forward, and that's going to get him out earlier. It's going to activate the back leg sooner. He'll find it much easier to drive when he's here because this leg will be not so high up on his shoulder. It'll be down here more. And then he'll be able to really drive that body out. All right? So continue to work on those jumps, jump roping, one-legged hops, and that weightlifting exercise. It's almost like a deadlift, but it's you're popping up on your heels and you're shrugging on your toes. I mean, you're pulling up with your shoulder shrug at the same time. So make sure he does something at least 3 times a week. He doesn't have to do them all on the same day. He can choose which ones he wants to do, but he's got to do something so he can power that leg and get those muscles to start reacting faster and more powerfully. And then we can work on breaking the hands right so he's not up in this position like this, but he's actually in this position with the glove arm up and the throwing arm down in the better spot. So his glove arm doesn't just pull across here. He just kind of rotates. He pulls across and just everything is upper body rotation. And then he slings the arm down. Look at how low his elbow is and how far out in front. That's because his hands, look at how he breaks his hands and boom, his elbow's already up. And he's not even halfway done with his stride yet. So that gets fixed once we learn how to time the lower body. So he's powering out too late. He's got to get the coordination of that early flex, and as soon as that leg gets to here, he's now driving out instead of sinking all this down. This does absolutely nothing to help him move the body out and to produce forces and velocity and energy in his body until he gets to here. He might as well just start right here. So all this in the beginning is kind of useless because he's not moving anywhere. Now he's starting to move right here. This is where he starts to move. So we got to get him to get some early movement and explosive movement. That'll come with the training, so he's got to keep focusing on that. And by the way, the arm is a lot better. He's not reaching back. Remember how his hand used to go straight back? He's got a nice flex there. It's just up too soon. So it has nowhere to go. So look where his foot is, and look where his arm is. His arm has nowhere to go, so it's just going to continue to climb up. And because the throwing arm is down so low, the action of the throwing arm is to go higher. I mean, the glove arm is down so low. And the way the body balances that is that the throwing arm gets up too high. So if we reverse that, and if we break the hands later and we pull the glove up higher, then his throwing hand will be down here somewhere. Glove arm up, throwing hand down. It'll give the chance for the body to get out to land, and all that timing will be so much better. All right, so he's got to work on it. He's got to practice this stuff so that he can improve, and we can move on and see him, develop nicely. All right, so keep working on those leg exercises, activating the back leg, the back ankle, the back foot, and if you can, if he wants to do some mechanical work, have him get up without any of this, shifting back as he kicks the leg up. He's already shifted, so all he's got to do is lift and start pushing forward. It's a coordination skill. It's a motor skill. He's just got to keep doing it. As he's lifting here, right about here, he's pushing forward. Not sinking and getting nowhere and then leading with the front leg too much and keeping a back leg that's too vertical. So he's not going to really be able to stride out as far, and he'll get that pop-up action because that's really what's going on. When your leg is vertical, you're going to pop up. But if your leg is horizontal, you're going to drive this way. All right? Hope that helps you out. Keep up the good work. See you next time.